put the pedal to the metal, or should I say, put the rudder to the water. As the cruise restart continues to amp up, we see a huge milestone number for the month of April and the number of ships that are sailing. And all this comes while some people, even one earlier today, said, Derek, you're leading people in the wrong direction. Why are you telling people to cruise right now? I'm telling you to cruise right now. Yeah, we're going to talk about why. Why are we cruising? We also have an update on Grand Cayman as they make a big step forward to normalcy. They're about to welcome all cruise ships. All cruise ships welcome. And then finally today, we have an update in Galveston as Royal Caribbean continues to build their new terminal. It is huge. We've got a picture of it to share with you today. Let's talk about all this cruise news and have a little bit of fun together today, right here on Island Time. A big happy Thursday to all you islanders. We have found ourselves on Island Time. I am your host, Derek, and I'm thankful that you and I get to stop what we're doing here for just a few minutes of our day and enjoy some time in the islands together, talking about cruising and cruise news. We have a lot to talk about tonight. I first want to thank you for all your support. We've had an awesome week. I just thanked you 2 days ago for 7,500 subscribers, and now here we are approaching 8,000. Thank you so much. If you're not an islander yet, please consider hitting that red button below you. Ring the bell for notifications so that when we upload content, you get that notification that we've uploaded that content or that we're live. And in return, we will commit to uploading and continuing to share great content with you like this right here. Let's get into it, right? Let's go. The cruise restart continues to be a great success story for the industry. And in the month of April, we've hit a big milestone number that I will share with you in just a little bit. But we're having this conversation today because I received something earlier today where someone said, Derek, you're leading people in the wrong direction. You are putting people in danger. You're putting lives in danger. And I disagree with that. I think that we can cruise right now and cruise safely. We have proven that. The CDC, love them or hate them, they've agreed with that as they have stripped away all travel warnings that have to deal with cruising. I'm not leading people in the right direction. I'm providing cruise news and content and tips and tricks. And I'm glad that you're here to do the same thing for this community. Let's get into this right here. The restart of the industry sees a massive milestone. As this month, for the first time since before COVID-19, we see 300 cruise ships are in operation with paying passengers across the world. 300. That number comes to us from Cruise Industry News, as they always report great data on cruising across the industry. Last month was another successful month. In the month of March, we had 264 ships cruising, but we continue to see month after month more and more ships enter service. If you look back at where we were a year ago, we had 22 ships. 22 ships cruising in April of 2021. We had none from North America, but here we are at 300 cruise ships. Who is leading? Who is carrying the most number of people from the United States? That is Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean International is the biggest brand in April with 23 ships in service and over 80,000 berths. So that's how many people they could carry, although Royal Caribbean's numbers and capacity levels are not as high as other cruise lines. Number two, you guessed it, Carnival Cruise Line is at number 2 with 22 ships in service, 65,000 berths. Their capacity levels are higher than Royal Caribbean and others, but they are number 2. Other players include MSC with 18 ships in service. Norwegian Cruise Line is also cruising. They have 15 ships in service, and the entire industry continues to celebrate this comeback, even as people continue to say it's not safe to cruise. Someone today, like I said, I cannot believe you're cruising. I can. I mentioned the CDC has dropped all the travel restrictions on cruising. Cruising is on a level playing field as a trip to Florida is, as an all-inclusive resort is. It is safe or even safer to cruise than to go to these other destinations, because when you go to these other destinations, not everyone's vaccinated. Not everyone's tested. It absolutely is a great vacation, and if I were asked today, should I go on a cruise? Yes, you should. Consider where you are with your personal health and what the industry calls for, the protocols call for, and go cruise. Like I said yesterday, book it and go. Our next cruise news story today comes from the Cayman Islands. So many of us miss cruising to the Cayman Islands, and we're not going to have to worry about that anymore. Phase 1 of cruising to the Cayman Islands is almost over. They handpicked and selected which ships would visit the Cayman Islands from late March to the beginning of April. They wanted to see if their protocols worked, and they did. The Cayman Islands, the government there is announcing that Phase 2 is about to start, and here's what Phase 2 means. If you're booked on a cruise and it says that you are supposed to visit the Cayman Islands, Phase 2 says that you are going to the Cayman Islands. Book it. Go to 7 Mile Beach. Go to Stingray City. You are going. It is great news from the Cayman Islands. There are a few reminders that they have shared with us. The same health protocols that existed in Phase 1 will exist in Phase 2 as well. These requirements include for all passengers and crew to be fully vaccinated, and that definition comes from the CDC, so the original vaccination, and for children under 12 to assume the vaccination status of their parents. So how about that? Also, there are still face masks being used in port and some of the public areas, so you may have to carry a mask with you. But it's great news from the Cayman Islands that everything's opened up now. And they say that people are ready, and we absolutely are ready. Are you ready, and do you have a cruise that is set to visit Grand Cayman? Let us know in the comment section below if you are. If you've been to Grand Cayman, what do you like to do? I know I mentioned 7 Mile Beach and Stingray City. Let us know in the comment section below. That's why that box is there. Lastly today, news from Galveston. We continue to watch this project from Royal Caribbean. They're building a massive terminal at Pier 10, and it is really taking shape. This thing is off the ground now. Look at this aerial photo of the new Royal Caribbean terminal. You can see the front entrance of it there. You can see how the ship is going to line right behind it. It's going to be so close for you to be able to get on that ship. We cannot wait. The Allure of the Seas, of course, it's already been announced. The Allure of the Seas will be in Galveston. She's going to start using the terminal in November, of this year. The Allure of the Seas in Galveston. We're excited for that. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have comments about visiting Grand Cayman, if you have comments about whether or not it's safe to cruise or not, the letter I got today from someone who's upset with me, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you think. I've done my best to respond to every one of you the last couple of days, and I will try to do that as well tonight. We absolutely hope that you'll give us a thumbs up. If you enjoyed our content today, give us a thumbs up. That helps us out so much. Islanders, we'll see you tomorrow, as tomorrow is Good Friday, and we set up for a big weekend for many of us. We hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on Island Time.